All right. Hey ladies. Hey ladies. Give me a second. Let me know if as you're jumping on. Let me make sure that this is live and the volume, all those things are good. All right. I think we are good. So I don't know if it's me or not, but I feel like my connection is working really slow on my end. All right. Okay, cool. So we are live. All right. So I am super excited. I'm super excited as you guys are coming on or jumping on and listening to this or possibly catching the replay. Do me a favor, do the hashtag replay. And you want to make sure you watch this video because I don't know how long it's going to be up, right? So if you are watching this inside of the Facebook group, make sure you check it out. Like I said, I don't know how long I'm going to leave it inside of the Facebook group, but you can find all my videos as I'm starting to upload them over to YouTube as well. So you can go back and actually watch them and get this information, get this value, and be able to, take action and move it into your life. All right, cool. So I just wanted to check that message real quick, make sure wasn't missing anything, but, say, hey, so I'm putting my distractions to the side. I want you guys to do the same thing too. And I'm super excited. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So those of you who are catching the replay, you don't have to listen to all the, hey, how you doing type of stuff. So in today's video, we are talking about what you are not allowing to enter your life and why today is the day that you must make the space for the things that you want to come into your life. Okay, so this could be anything from financial freedom, whether it be 5K months or 10K or more months, right? New business clients, new relationships, weight loss, or healing. Okay, because some of us also need that. Hey there, Q. Good evening, Queen. Thank you for joining and stuff. Hope you are having an amazing day. So for those of you who are new to the group, my name is LaKeisha Hankins. I'm your courageous life and business strategist for female entrepreneurs who are ready to become their most courageous self by getting unstuck, identifying and letting go of disempowering beliefs and behaviors so they can be able to create a life and business that they love, right? So I love strategy when it comes to business, but mindset is so key, right? I believe that 10% of, maybe 20% of it, I'm going to say 20% of it is strategy. The other 80% is mindset, right? Because I can give you a bomb ass strategy based on your strengths and your talents on what it is that you enjoy doing in your business and be able to help you create a strategy to get to your 5K months and things of that sort. But if you are not in the right mindset or you don't believe that you can achieve 5K months, then it's not going to happen. Hey there, Tasha. Good evening. So today, that's why we're talking about what it is that you're not allowing to enter your life. Okay, so like I said, whether that is more success, more business clients, the new relationships, weight loss, or healing, whatever that is, if you're not allowing it to enter into your life, or you are wanting and desiring these things and it's just not happening, this is for you, right? Okay, because I believe that we all desire some level of success, but that success cannot happen if you're not allowing it to enter your life. So what I mean about that, right? First of all, when it comes to success, you have to define what success looks like for you, not what society says, what your parents say, your friends, all these different things, right? You have to be clear on what success looks like for you. Okay, so what it looks like for me may be totally different for you. Okay, so be clear on what that looks like. Hey there, Letitia. Good evening. Okay, so you got to be clear on what success looks like for you. Don't, fall into the stigma or this concept of, oh, I got to have 10K months, because that's what you see everybody else out there, putting on the internet and, or, pushing or speaking, right? Because like I said, if you don't believe that, then that's not going to happen for you. So really defining what success looks like for you. Okay, so the problem is, right, so many people struggle to attain their heart's desires. And what happens is they begin to focus their time and energy on on the things that are not working, right? That don't bring any results. And what you're doing is find yourself busy in your business. Like you feel like you're doing the work, you're taking action, you're showing up consistently, right? You're working the plan, all these different things, but you're still not getting results. Okay. So when that happens, there is like some form of a block there. Okay. So, and a lot of times it's not the strategy. This is sometimes where people get into that place where, okay, this is not working. So let me switch it up and things of that sort. One thing is you got to make sure that you're in alignment. You got to make sure that you're doing what it is that you're called to do. Like for so long, I ran from my purpose. I ran from what it is I was supposed to be doing because shit got uncomfortable in my own personal life. So it's easy for me to focus on helping people do the strategy versus doing the internal work. And I know, like when I'm working with my mastermind clients, I'm working with my clients and stuff, like that's where the real breakthrough comes, takes place. That's where the real transformation, happens when you're doing the internal work. Okay. And you guys always hear me say, you got to work more on yourself than you do on your business. Right? So if you are finding yourself working more on your business and not on yourself, you need to switch that, right? You need to shift your focus. And I promise you'll be able to begin to seek results. You'll be able to see the results to manifest in your life, right? In a shorter period of time. Okay. So, and you also know that you get what it is that you think about. So whether or not, okay, you get what it is that you're thinking about, whether you want it or not. So if you're focusing on lack, you're only going to create more lack. So if you're in your business and you're focusing on that you don't have enough clients, or you're not making enough money, or you're focusing on, the extra weight that you've gained, and, how toxic your relationship is, and how unhappy you are in that relationship, you're only going to attract more of that. Okay. So drop a comment in the chat and tell me if this makes sense. Let me know if this makes sense, guys. Let me know. Okay. So like I say, what you're focusing on, that's what you actually create more of. So I hope that makes sense to you, right? And sometimes I don't think even we are aware of what it is that we're thinking about. I always say, take time and spend some time with yourself, just with your thoughts. And if you don't journal, like start journaling. Like I don't do it on a day-to-day basis, but I do journal throughout the week, right? And I'm becoming more aware of my thoughts. Yes, mindset is key to how productive you will be. And then it doesn't not tell me who just said that, but yes, that is so true. It plays with your productivity and everything, because if not, you could just be busy or not taking action, and you know what it is that you're supposed to be doing and taking action on. Okay, so it means that you have to be willing to make this courageous decision to let go of the bad habits, right? You got to let go of the clutter. And I'm not just talking about your physical environment, also the mental, the internal, so internal and external. Okay, you also got to be willing to let go of those disempowering beliefs. And sometimes we don't realize what disempowering beliefs that we are holding on to, right? So these are these negative, the negative thoughts that sneak up in your head that tells you that you're not enough, or you got to work hard to, in order to achieve success, all those different things. And unhealthy relationships. When you do this, when you let these things go, what happens is you begin to create a space for new people, new energy, and new opportunities. Okay. So the last several months have been amazing for me because I begin to let go of some things. Okay. Some things that I have been holding on for just way too long that I should have let go a long time ago. Right. Especially the mindset of having to work hard. So I've been telling myself the less I work, the more I make. Okay. Because one of the things for me, I got so used to being busy and doing things. So even when I freed up time, I would find something else to do in my business. Like, oh, let me add this. Let me add that. No, absolutely not. So again, you got to make sure what it is that you say that you want, that your actions are in alignment with that. Okay. So that's also, why it's so important to kind of like have a coach or someone in your life that you can share your goals with, that can call you out on that when they see your old behavior showing up, right? Because that's a habit. That's come over time. Okay. And it doesn't just, fall off overnight kind of thing. So being able, like I said, to let go of the stuff that no longer serves you, so that way you can be able to create space for whatever it is that you desire. Okay. You have to be in position to receive it. Okay. Not getting ready and things of that sort, like not getting ready when it gets here. Okay. Like you don't just get ready when the 10K months happen. You get ready now. You have to be in position. So you know the saying that they say, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, right? So position yourself that you already have that, like especially in your business. One of the things that I've recently started doing over the last couple of months is like, I know that I only want to work X amount of days a week, or these are the days I want off. I make sure that now I'm taking that time and I'm actually being off, right? I'm building my business around the lifestyle that I want. So you have to make sure that you're doing that. Okay, in the beginning, don't wait. Don't feel like you have to, like, I got to take massive action now on all these different things in order to be able to be successful. Now, I do believe there are times where you have like sprints in your business and things of that sort, where you like, yes, staying head down, focus. I'm doing this for the next, 90 days or the next 2 weeks, blah, blah, blah. But it should not be a long-term thing, right? You got to have some balance, okay? We're over that whole hustle mentality, okay? So one of the things that you need to probably look at is maybe you need to create boundaries. Okay, and this could be creating boundaries with yourself. One of the things is I had to start creating boundaries in my career, because sometimes as a management position and stuff, hey, the more I rose kind of like within the company, the more they expected me to kind of be available and answering questions on, weekends, or if I'm on vacation and things of that sort, right? So being able to make sure you set those boundaries. And then also I had to, get to a point where, no, let me shut down. I'm done with work at this time, XYZ, even with, friends and family and stuff, setting boundaries. Okay, if you have specific business hours and things of that sort, then hey, doing these business hours, that is not the time for you to be doing girl talk with your friends and things of that sort. So you have to be willing to create boundaries, okay? And people will respect you for it. Like in the beginning, they might be like, what the heck? But being able to say no is saying yes to yourself and saying yes to whatever it is that you desire, okay? By creating that space. And then you have to put it on the calendar and make it happen. So a lot of times what happened is we have this goal of what it is that we want, and it never makes it to the calendar. I believe in, I have my digital, because I use Google, Google calendars, but I also have a paper calendar. Like, I like to write my stuff out. I have to visualize it and see it. And again, when you put it on a calendar, that actually helps to make things happen, okay? And it also helps you to say no to overcommitting to things, okay? Because there are a lot of distractions out there. People are inviting you left and right to join webinars and all these different things, businesses, MLMs, networking. Take a look at this opportunity. And, some of those opportunities actually happen to be distractions. But when you are focused on building your business, sometimes you don't have time for those other opportunities. Like, they may sound great, but maybe this is not the time for that right now. So again, if there's something you've been putting off, like you've been saying you want to write a book, you want to start a business, you want to do XYZ, put it on the calendar and honor your commitments to yourself, right? Honor your promises, right? We do it all the time for other people, right? If we tell them that we're going to show up on Saturday, guess what? We're there on Saturday. Do it for yourself. Do it for your business. Make sure that you're showing up. So again, put it on the calendar and make it happen. And then you also have to create a plan. Hey there, Theron. Hey, girl. You also got to create a plan. A lot of times we do create a plan. So like in my mastermind, that's one of the things we focus on. We focus on creating a plan in 90-day increments. Okay, so you create your plan, but not only do you create the plan, you got to work the plan. Okay, so that means you actually got to take action on the things that you said that you were going to do. And what happens is, if you don't create a plan, you find yourself shooting from the hip. Okay, you aren't able to go back and track what's working and what's not working within your business and things of that sort. So again, not only is it important to create a plan, you got to make sure that you are working that plan. All right, so I hope that this is making sense. Y'all getting some nuggets out of this. And a lot of this is stuff that you already know. But my question is, are you doing it? Okay, because that's usually where the problem comes into place if you're not doing it. Okay, so and then decluttering your space. Take some time. Like, if your space is cluttered, take some time out and actually put it on the calendar to declutter your space, right? This is going to give you better focus, help you to be able to be, more creative and increase your productivity. So someone was just talking about how mindset is the key to being productive. Okay, so again, yes, create get your environment right, okay? And you don't have to have a own home office. I've seen people make excuses that, you know, they don't have an office and things of that sort. I don't care if it's your kitchen table or if it's a space that a little space that you created in the center of your home. Declutter, and not just where your office is, the other areas in your life, you know, the drawers, go through the closet, all those different things. It's going to help you, okay? Because a lot of times when we don't declutter and we don't do these things that are in our head, and even mental clutter, right? In your head you have this mental to-do list of things that you need to do, and you're thinking about that stuff all day throughout the week, all right, throughout the month, like, oh, I need to do XYZ, I need to do this. Whatever that is, if it keeps popping up, get it done. Okay, declutter your space internally and externally. All right, so thank you, Leanne. Yeah, so and again, it's nothing new, but like I said, with the mindset, that is the main thing that holds us back from getting what it is that we want, and why the stuff that we want is not entering our life. Okay, so again, and then replacing the negative beliefs. So this is you know, the part of the work that I actually enjoy and I love the most, because a lot of times we don't realize what negative beliefs that we are holding on to, and a lot of times, you know, people will give that surface answer, but below that is, if you keep digging, it's kind of like a onion, right? Below that, beyond that surface, is the real reason of why you can't move forward in your business, or why you're not taking action. Okay, because not everything is like you know, part of our brain, 90% of it is subconscious, and the other 10% is conscious, right? So imagine that your subconscious and your conscious are fighting kind of like against each other all day. If 90% of your subconscious, that's what's going to win, right? So you have to reprogram your subconscious mind to stop believing in the negative beliefs. And your subconscious mind is there to help you, you know, avoid being hurt, avoid the fear, avoid the pain, and all these different things. So you have to reprogram that to what it is that you want. Because a lot of times people say, you know, hey, I want a successful business, I want 10K months, but then there's that belief again that they got to work too hard, that they don't know enough, and all these different things. So you have to reprogram that to say, okay, or either what happens, what do you think will happen when you get the success? So my thing was the fear of success, because I've had success before, and it was the fear of not being able to maintain it, okay, that it wouldn't be consistent and things of that sort. So then you have to reprogram those beliefs, right? That yes, I don't have to work crazy hours and work, you know, team no sleep. I don't have to be part of team no sleep in order to have success. Okay, and being afraid of burning out and all these different things. So if you fear those things, the subconscious mind is going to be working against what it is that you want, because to protect you. And what is it really protecting you from? What is it that you want? Okay, so really, you know, being affirmative with what it is, that the goal that you want, and creating beliefs that support you making whatever it is. So I gave my example of 10K months. I don't know if someone has an example. So in order to make, you know, hey, the 10K months or whatever on a consistent basis, and not be afraid of burning out or working too hard and all these different things, that required, hey, being able to outsource some stuff, being able to, you know, to delegate even the smallest things within my business, being able to create, I do what is it? Oh, HelloFresh, like having that delivered. So I'm not worried about, you know, meal planning and all these different things. So all those different things to kind of like support me in achieving my goals and my dreams. Like, you know, hey, still making sure I'm present and I'm available and I'm an amazing mother to my children. Okay, that the business is not taking all that time from me. So what I did is I strategically on my calendar, these are the days I work on my business. These are the days I am done. And the girls know, like, way ahead of time, like we've kind of like planned our months for when we're having our vacation days, or we're going to do XYZ and all those different things. So again, building your business around your lifestyle, so it supports you and the people that are in your life. Okay, so again, I said all that to say you have to reprogram your subconscious mind to replace the negative beliefs, whatever it is that you're holding on to. Okay, letting go of toxic people and unfulfilling relationships, and taking back control of your time. Because a lot of times people will say, I don't have enough time to build my business. If you have 2 to 4 hours a day, then you have time to build a business. You just have to be intentional with your time. Okay, so if that means getting up at 6 a.m. and you're doing something between 6 and 8, like if you're, especially if you're working outside of the home, or you possibly have went back to work, like if you are strategic and you have planned, you know, you can get up and do a video, do a blog post within those 2 hours. Again, if you're intentional, if you planned it out over the weekend, you know what your week looks like and things of that sort. Okay. Even if there's, you know, trainings and courses and stuff that you need to do, put time on your calendar. Thursday nights, this is when I do XYZ, or Wednesday, this time is allocated for that. So making sure that you take control of your time. You use your calendar, utilize it. Okay. So you have to also be willing to act and feel like you have it already. So that is one of the things that took me a while to be able to get to that place where you're acting and feeling like you have it already. So I remember I had joined this mindset course. I want to say it was not yet last year, but the year before that, before the pandemic and everything. And one of the things is it actually had us go out and purchase kind of like fake money and stuff. So you can be able to feel what that looks like. And then being able to write in your journal, like, you know, I'm wealthy, or, you know, I'm depositing 10,000 into my bank account and things of that sort. So being able to, you know, feel that and stuff. And then, you know, money is my servant, things of that sort. I'm the master of my wealth. I'm the master of my wealth. You know, being able to write it down and being able to say that and speak it and actually be able to feel that. Okay. And then I'm able to manage large sums of money. That was a good one for me. Okay. That I needed to lessen in, because at one point in my life, I had a bad relationship with money. And what happens is if you don't fix that, you can make a lot of money. You see people all the time make, you know, millionaires make money and they're still broke. Okay. So it's so easy to get back into behaviors that don't serve you, like running up your credit cards and things of that sort. Right. So again, using your affirmations and making sure that they're aligning up with what it is that you said that you want. Like your thoughts and your actions have to align up. And this is something you have to work on daily. So I'm a big believer in writing out your affirmations. And one of the things I've started to do is I've set them kind of like as a reminder on my phone. Like I have them throughout the house, but as a reminder on my phone to pop up kind of like throughout the day, and just taking a moment at that time and just being intentional, 30 seconds or so, in reading those affirmations. Okay, centering myself in that moment and doing it. And that's something that you can do very simply daily. Won't take no more than, you know, 30, 60 seconds, and you begin to see the shifts in your business. Okay. And then really making sure that you're taking time to reflect, kind of like at the end of the day. Okay. So acting like you already have it, picture yourself already having everything that it is that you desire, that you want. And do this on a daily basis. You have to raise your vibrational level. As they say, you have to vibe higher. Okay, so you have to vibe higher. And that means being around the right people, having the right environment, and all these different things. And when you do this, you shift from feeling like you have to make things happen, and you begin to just allow it to happen. Okay, so opportunities begin to come in. Opportunities just show up. They kind of like are knocking at your door, like whatever it is. Like if you wanted more speaking, more coaching clients and things of that sort, those things begin to show up when you begin to position yourself. Hey there, Christy. Hey, hope you are feeling well. Good evening, Mona and stuff. So those things begin to show up. Okay, so then you focus on stop trying to make things happen and just really just getting in alignment and being in that flow and allowing things to happen. Okay, so you have to speak, like I said, what you want with affirmations. So if it's more clients, then it's that I am so blessed to be working with amazing clients, because this is one of my affirmations, right? I'm so blessed to work with amazing clients that I provide amazing value to them, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of them. Okay, so that is one of my affirmations. Like I love my clients. I have some of the best of clients, right? And one of the things too that you want to make sure in your business that you are working with people that you actually enjoy working with. All money ain't good money, right? You don't want the money that's going to stress you out and things of that sort. You want to make sure you work with clients that are amazing. okay, that are showing up and that are doing the work and stuff, that are, what it is that you were clear about, what it is that you want. Okay. And they're part of your vision. They're actually helping you live out your purpose just as much as you're helping them. Okay. Like, it's a give and take relationship. I'm showing up serving my purpose, and they're getting the transformation and they're getting results. Okay. They're building, they're finding their most courageous self. Okay, so speak your affirmation. If it's your business, if the goal is to be able to have more success in your business, begin working on visualizing yourself working with your clients, working with your dream partners. Even if you don't have clients now, right? Block out time on your schedule. Like, what days and things of that sort would you do clients? Would it be workshops or whatever it is, whatever your business structure looks like? What would that look like? Would you be fulfilling customer orders, sending them your amazing products and services and things of that sort? Act like you're already doing those things. Schedule meetings with yourself, all those different things. In our mastermind, one of the things, because I shared with someone else that was doing, like, they were scheduling board meetings, right? They didn't even have a staff yet, but they were scheduling those board meetings to meet with their marketing manager, their admin, and all these different things. They were the marketing manager and the admin, but they are acting and showing up as if they're already in that CEO position. Okay, so visualize yourself doing that and doing the work. Okay, so I want to leave you with these two things. So those of you have been watching this, I hope you've gotten some amazing nuggets out of this, but most importantly, that you take action. Like, if there is one thing that I said tonight and you took action on that, that would help you begin to shift and be able to begin to receive results. But it's one of those things that you just can't do it one time. You have to be consistent. And that's one of the things that sometimes we lack. We lack the consistency, and we don't trust the process, and we don't trust ourselves. So you got to be able to trust yourself with showing up and knowing that you are enough, that you have exactly what it takes to attract all the different things that you desire for your life, and that you are deserving of success. You have to believe that you are deserving. So I'm going to leave you with these two things. And if you're just not catching this, you want to make sure you catch the replay. Stop procrastinating. Stop saying that you will do it later, because procrastination, we know, is the thief of your joy, your time, and your desires. So whatever it is that you say that you want, if you're procrastinating on it, it's only going to delay your attainment of you achieving those goals, because you keep putting it off. You stop putting your dreams on the back burner. Okay, so stop putting them on the back burner. Stop stopping and starting over and all those different things. Start the business. Let go of the business. Or, if it's something that you're not supposed to be doing, start the book. Start the, I hate saying diet. Start the journey to having a better, healthy life. Start whatever it is. Okay, so if it's a book, start with one page. Focus on the next 90 days. Don't overcomplicate yourself or overwhelm yourself with thinking about this big goal, or this big courageous goal. Take the big courageous goal and break it down, and just get started. Get started with the one thing, and just do one thing every day that's going to move you closer. But most importantly, making sure you're working on the mindset. And then you have to believe in yourself. At the end of the day, it does not matter how much others believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. Like, I have some of the most, like I said, amazing clients. I will brag on my clients. Like, I can see their success, and sometimes they don't see that. And I'm like, just grab on to my belief for this moment. But that's not enough. Like, you can't want success bad enough. Someone else can't want it bad enough for you than you want it for yourself. You have to believe in yourself and believe that you are deserving of success. So even if you have to go back and journal on all the things that you have accomplished in the past, right? Because sometimes we need that affirmation that we can do it. You've done it before. You've, completed college, completed school, hey, raised amazing kids, or whatever it is, give yourself credit for what it is that you've already done. Like, go back and, brag on yourself. Look at those different things. And if you've done it before, surely you can do it again. And if other people are doing it, surely it can be possible for you too. You got to be able to see yourself there. So I always say the person that you want to be, where you want to be in your business 3 and 5 years from now, be that person today. Okay. And then stay away from like the dream killers. There are going to be some people who don't believe in your dreams. Okay. Because some of them know the old you. All right. And they're like, oh, okay, you're doing X, Y, Z. Some of y'all are busy worried about what other people are going to think. Stop worrying about what other people are going to think. Okay. They may know the old you, but they don't know the person that you are becoming. And I want you to embrace the person that you are becoming and walk in that. Okay. Think as if you are in that place right now, 3 to 5 years from now. Like, where do you want to be in your business, in your life? What does that look like? What do the relationships look like? Your health and all those different things. And make sure that your mindset and your actions line up with that. And then allow yourself grace, because there are some days you're going to fall off. We all do, but you got to get to a point where you have to stop starting and stopping over, but be able to give yourself grace on the days where, hey, you need a break, because we're all human at the end of the day. But that's, again, why it's important that we have a community, that we're part of a community that has your back, and you have a coach that will, that's there to support you as well as call you on your shit when needed. So I hope you guys have got value on this. So at the end of the day, in order to have whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you're not allowing to enter your life, this is the day that you got to make that space for those things to come into your life. Okay, so if it is financial freedom, if it's 5 or, like I said, or 10K months, new business clients, new relationships, whatever it is, you have to create that space internally and externally and show up daily. And you decide what showing up daily looks like for you. Okay, so it's all about building a life and creating building or creating a life and a business that you love, that is authentic to what it is that you desire. So that is it, you guys. Make sure, if you, like I said, I don't know how long this is going to be up, but if it's, I'm going to start uploading, or I have an assistant who's going to start uploading all the videos to YouTube for me. So that's where you'll be able to start catching some of the replays. So thank you, Wanza, for joining. I haven't seen your name in a while. I hope you are well and stuff. So make sure you guys catch the replay, and also join us on Thursday. Join us on Thursday. We have our guest expert speaker, Priestess Kimsey Lamel. I'm excited. She was one of our Girl Be Courageous key speakers, right? And she's going to be talking about manifesting what it is that you desire. So this is right in alignment, kind of like what she teaches and things of that sort. So I appreciate her, because I'm trying to work more in my feminine energy, y'all, right? Because a lot of times I'm all about take action, do this and make it work, make it happen, and things of that sort. So I'm making sure that I'm centering and I'm creating a balance between the feminine and masculine energy. So show up on Thursday, because we're going to talk about the whole continue to manifesting what it is that you desire. So that is it, you guys. I will see you guys inside of the Facebook group. Thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. And if you got value from this, make sure you post it in the comments. Let me know what your takeaways were and all that good old stuff. And if you love the topics like this, because like I said, I'm going to be doing more of the mindset stuff versus the strategy, because like I said, I can help you map out a 5K, 10K month strategy. But if you don't believe that it's possible, it ain't gonna happen. You're just wasting your time and my time, right? So let's do the mindset work. Let's do the necessary work in order to actually begin to have this success and stop throwing the spaghetti at the wall, right? So that's it, y'all. I will see you guys inside of the Facebook group. Have a great evening.